Welcome back to the Live Alive podcast. Last season, we talked to some of our heroes about what the abundant life actually means.
But now, we want to know if it's even possible to experience it in our broken world.
You are listening to Season 2, Lost Magic. I was laying on my stomach when I opened my eyes in a foreign room. Someone stripped a sticky patch off my back and carried me into another room where I saw my uncle, who incidentally had a thick, walrus-like mustache hanging over his lip. I was 2 years old, just coming out of surgery, and this was my first conscious memory. Why was that my first memory? That's a great question for a scientist, of which I am not. All I know, it was at that moment, my brain began to store retrievable data. Our memories, good and bad, are vital to our human growth, individually and collectively. So today, I ask you to consider this question for all it's worth.
Drum roll, please.
What is your first Disney-related memory? Let's ask the guys. What was your first Disney-related memory?
Ooh. This is going way back for
Was
me.
it a movie, a theme park,
Disney related?
song? Yeah.
Disney related.
Disney adjacent.
Yes. Parallel Disney memory.
My mind immediately went to like, when did I first go to Disney? But then I was like, related. That's so many things.
Yeah. I remember as a little kid, it doesn't exist anymore, but there used to be like Mickey's Neighborhood thing. I think it's where there's like a circus thing now.
Yeah.
But you would go to Mickey's house, Minnie's house, Goofy's house. You could go inside and like you couldn't like sit on the couch or anything, but you could walk through and you could see their house. And I just remember being mesmerized as a kid. It's just like, this is where Mickey lives.
So Mickey and Minnie don't live in the same house? Are they not married?
They had two different houses.
Yeah.
This was like the 50s.
I think
It was
they
a
owned a
different
lot
time.
of property.
Gotcha.
Husbands and wives.
They didn't live in the same. It was very economically unfrugal. But
Yeah.
husbands and wives had to live in different houses.
Right.
Keep that funny business from happening.
Keep it pure. Keep it holy. Dylan, what do you think?
Disney. I'm sure it had to be a Disney movie. But like, I remember going to Disney World when I was a little kid, and like, growing up, I was obsessed with Star Wars, and they had like the AT-AT Walker thing, like full sized outside of the Disney ride. I honestly don't even remember what the ride was like back then. I'm sure it was not good because they've completely changed it now. It's like this crazy virtual reality thing. But yeah, I just remember going and like being in the Star Wars area there. We went to a few times when I was in high school. We went to Night of Joy with our youth group. Did you guys ever go to that?
I got dragged to it.
Oh man, it's something.
What was the best moment at Night of Joy?
I mean, I promise you I didn't go for any of the joy. It was like, oh, all these people are away seeing these bands. I'm going to go on these rides that no one's on right now.
You know Disney pulled the plug on it?
I do know that, yeah.
Yeah. Rock the Universe is coming back. That was always my favorite because Reliant K was there when I was a kid and Switchfoot was there when I was in college.
Rock the Universe. Oh, good. But yeah, those are my memories. And then I just grew up on Disney movies. You know, Aladdin was a big one in my childhood.
Pez, what was your earliest?
I think it was Bambi.
Bambi?
And the scene where he like slips and all four of his legs go out and he spins on the ice. I think that's actually my first Disney related memory.
Wow.
What was your favorite childhood Disney movie?
It had to be Aladdin for me.
Aladdin. Which one? 1, 2? Return of Jafar?
There's only one.
Oh.
When I was like in elementary school, I think it was like in 6th grade, when you graduate from playing the recorder to playing like an instrument, I played the saxophone. I mean, because that was pretty cool.
Star Wars, saxophone.
It's painting a picture. But I learned how to play the Aladdin soundtrack on the saxophone.
When you say soundtrack, the whole thing?
A lot of the songs. Like I had like the sheet music and a book of all the songs, and I could play.
For fun or like for school?
And I brought my saxophone here tonight, and here it goes. ridiculous.
Well,
That's awesome.
is one of your kids named after Jasmine?
No, she's Jasmine. But no.
Oh, we were close.
I mean, Jasmine she's a honey. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. I was more interested that she had a tiger, but. What was yours, Pez? Wait, did you say yours?
I didn't say mine.
What's yours?
I think it was Toy Story. Yeah, Toy Story 1, I think it came out when I was like 7, and I would watch that over and over and over and over and over again. I loved it.
Yeah.
Was the Shaggy Dog Disney? Was that a Disney movie?
Never heard of it. Are you talking about Beethoven?
Airbud.
Well, I mean, you say childhood. We got to go back to like 1981,
Okay.
82. So what was out then? It was like Cinderella, maybe. Cinderella,
No, that was
Snow
A
White.
lot was out there, yeah.
That was like the Wizard of Oz. Everything was in black and white.
1981, like the 80s for Disney was the where it was really going downhill before it came into prime years.
Yeah.
Because they had like the Black Cauldron. Do you remember that one? That
Yeah,
wasn't
they
very
had
good.
like they had Black Beauty. They had it was like about a black horse, but no one watched that.
That was back before Disney owned all of media.
I think mine was Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, I take back Toy Story. I watched that way more.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Disney.
Yeah. It was a collabo movie with another studio. But the opening scene, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it to the day I die. The opening scene of Cody rescuing the golden eagle is like one of the best cinematic scenes of any movie ever. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's a giant gold eagle that's trapped, and this boy just climbs this cliff to find him, unhooks him out of this thing, and then it breaks free, and he falls off a cliff because the wing hits him. He's falling, and then the eagle comes and rescues him.
Oh, no.
That's not what happened. But you gotta watch it.
It's tragic.
Movie's over.
We should all watch this after the show.
We
We'll watch
should.
this movie.
Well, we'll put it in the
The show notes.
Yeah, show notes. So, what's your favorite Disney-related memory? I have no doubt it falls into the good memories category. If you take all of our collective first-time Disney memories and coagulate them into a physical location, it would probably be the happiest place on earth. There is a reason 72 million people visited our city last year, a record number for any U.S. city. People come from all over the world with the hopes of witnessing the profoundly enchanted, to relive the innocence of childhood, to experience a sense of awe and wonderment, to give the gift of a dopamine overload to their children. This is a place where tourist picks and fanny pack couture never go out of style. A place where dreams really do come true. Orlando, Florida is the Magic Kingdom, and we, her residential subjects. What in tarnations? Giddy up, y'all.
Okay, why am I talking like this, and why is this the background music? Because you have entered into Frontierland, one of the many lands that make up the Magic Kingdom. The frontier represents the places that we have yet to explore. To fully live, we need to understand the story of where we live. On this episode, we are exploring the lesser-known aspects of our city and its people. Brought to you by non-historians, Google, and urban legends. Let's dive in.
Okay, listen, here's the deal, guys. I did something for us, and we're going to play a little game. All right. I basically took some facts from the internet. Google, you heard of it, Pez?
No.
It's like a search engine.
Use Yahoo.
Have you heard of Jeeves?
You heard of Ask Jeeves?
Yes,
gosh.
I've heard of that one.
Have you heard
If
of
you go to Ask Jeeves and put in Google, you'll find it.
Netscape.
You'll eventually find it.
Netscape.net.
Go to Netscape, type in dogpile. Then we go to dogpile, you search Google.
Got it.
You'll find it. Really easy. I came up with some facts, and I put them in a wizard's hat, Disney's wizard hat. And we're going to pull one out, or we're going to pull each one out one at a time and kind of talk about these facts. Do y'all want to play this game?
Yes.
Yes.
Are y'all excited about this game?
Yes.
Chris has been super excited. He's been trying to peek in
Yeah.
there
Chris.
all day.
That's not Disney's hat. That's Mickey's hat.
Before I tell you this, though, I did type in to find out, some facts about Orlando. I typed in, when you type into Google, you just type in Orlando and just things pop up like what could happen, what you could search
like the
for.
autofill.
Yeah, the autofill. Yeah, these are 4 questions that came up. Is Orlando a country? Is Florida a country? Is Orlando Bloom? Is Tampa safe?
I think you were on like Spanish Google.
Yeah.
As in like Spain.
So people are researching. People probably hear about Disney World all over the world, and they wonder, "Oh, it's in Florida. What is Florida?"
Yeah.
Yes. I thought that was funny. Is Tampa safe?
hilarious.
No, it's not. Don't ever go there. All right. Who wants to go first and pull out a fact?
I'll go first.
There you go. You don't have to close your eyes.
I do.
Jurgen
Can I just
says-
read it? Just throw it out?
Just throw it out there.
The Orlando Magic NBA team was almost known as the Orlando Juice. A contest was held in 1987 to pick the name of the team. The finalists were the Heat, the Tropics, the Juice, and the Magic.
What would y'all have
The
preferred?
Juice is a rad name.
The Juice. What would their mascot have been?
It's just a big old bowl of juice. Just sloshing around.
A bowl.
even a cup.
Not even a glass. Just a punch
With a
bowl of
spoon
juice.
inside.
With a ladle.
Yeah, they just go to the fans. Hey, take some. All right, Chris, get another one.
Got some juice, yeah.
Disney fact: Cinderella Castle is practically empty. The most iconic amusement park building on the planet holds only a restaurant, a gift shop, and the ghost of Walt Disney's would-be apartment. Designers built an apartment for Walt into the castle plan, but he died before its completion. That space was later turned into a hotel room that's literally impossible to stay a night in unless you win one.
Yeah,
That
I've
sounds
heard
like a challenge.
they actually choose a random person every day
Jeremy,
for this.
I tried to get chosen randomly, and it didn't go well.
your goal by the end of this podcast is to get us to stay in that room.
Well, when we were at
Us?
Disney,
Us. You and me. Not these jabronis.
Dylan, that's asking a lot.
I thought he was
Considering,
Disney.
yeah, considering you're Mr. Disney.
I know. And
Is
I'm
this
not
a test?
I'm not going to lift my finger to help you.
I heard that Michael Jackson used to stay there though,
probably.
like during Captain EO, maybe
I mean, he was the biggest star
in the world.
Yeah, in the world, of course. If Michael Jackson,
What if the Live Alive podcast calls our shot right now and just says, we will stay in
Point to
that
the camera.
hotel room before all this is done? Now, we might have to do this podcast for 37 years. Our souls cannot rest.
I've tried. The employees don't even have any idea.
I'm going to
how
write
get
this
in the room.
down. This is a moment in history.
All right.
There's someone listening
We
right
will.
now who knows the person.
They know
who
the
knows
person.
the person. Who knows the person.
And if you don't, then hit subscribe and like and share it so that they can find it.
We only want one thing. It's
Yeah.
not a hard thing.
It's not that hard.
Do you
Are we
wanna
with
stay in it?
Are we with
I
Make-A-Wish
want
Foundation?
to
No.
stay in it.
Wait, we don't want to just go to it. We
No.
want to stay in it.
I want to stay in it.
What if there's only one bed?
It's gonna be a.
Snuggle up.
It's gonna be a.
I want a 14
Steamy
course
night.
meal
I call
served to
middle.
me.
But which middle?
All of them. Top middle.
To fund the demolition of its old city hall, Orlando enlisted the help of Hollywood. Producer Joel Silver blew up the building for the opening scene of Lethal Weapon 3.
Boom.
What?
That's the answer to your
Are
question.
you serious? I want to go watch this right now.
It's in the show notes. Go watch it.
All right, we're gonna stop the podcast now.
See? All done. Raj. Yeah. Grab that cat. Grab the cat.
Where was the old city hall?
It's vaporized now.
I get all the Disney facts. All right, Disney fact. Dead people's ashes are everywhere. The park apparently even has a special vacuum for such occasions.
So
Are people getting like straight vaporized at Disney?
they're bringing the ashes. I've heard many people go on top of the Dumbo ride, and they just let it go as they're flying.
Why?
I don't know.
I would do
People are
Space
weird.
Mountain.
You do Space
You'll
Mountain?
never find it in there.
Okay, this is a good question then. If you had to put ashes somewhere, where would you put it?
Whose ashes?
Your enemies.
You put your own ashes.
My enemies? It's a small world.
In Disney? Are we limiting it to Disney?
Yeah, in Disney World.
I would spread the ashes on Tom Sawyer Island. Just because it's a cool place. I remember it being a child there and just being in wonder and awe of that whole setup there.
I don't know how I could be burned to ash and then put my ashes wherever I want.
It's a simple question, Dylan. Where would you put your ashes?
My sentient ashes?
How do you get burned to ash? What's that process like there?
Not pleasant, sure.
I would put my ashes just on a random employee. The first employee I saw, I just go, just kind of throw it towards them.
In the pepper shaker.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Maybe the safari ride. That'd be cool.
That's
Like out there with the
Animal Kingdom.
lions. Yeah, the Animal Kingdom.
I would have Tinkerbell spray them on people as she goes down the zip line.
That's a great idea. Pixie dust.
You would trade out the pixie dust
Yeah,
for your
for
ashes.
my ashes. And
You're
she
like,
would...
why is the pixie dust black? The Rogers Building and the 1890 Railroad Depot are the oldest remaining structures in downtown Orlando.
Where is it?
Church Street?
I don't know. The fact didn't say.
We need another fact.
We need another fact.
There it comes.
Who's our fact checker?
We need a
The number of visitors in Orlando each day is the equivalent to the population of Atlanta. Boom.
Wait, I don't think that's true.
Winning.
Not coming down each day, but that are here.
I still don't think it's true because Atlanta's a really big city.
Atlanta's like
Technically-
6 million people.
But Atlanta proper
Oh, I
is
see.
only 500,000 people.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not like the greater Atlanta area.
No.
Yeah.
Right. I think I'm positive that like Charlotte is bigger than Atlanta technically.
I can state another fact. We do not have the airport to accommodate it.
You know, our airport was voted the second best airport by the Wall Street Journal yesterday.
Fake news.
Fake
Yeah.
news. Wall Street Journal. I don't trust that.
They've
I-
never
Wall
been to
Street.
Newport Beach.
This is another unpopular opinion. I really like our airport.
Get out.
It's one of my favorite. If you have
You're
TSA
done, Chris.
pre-check, Dylan does not have TSA pre-check, nor does Jeremy.
Not
Pez
everyone
and I
is
do.
as rich as you,
Pez
Chris.
and I.
I'm
Pez and
sorry that I
use-
was put on a TSA list
Yeah.
at one point and now I get nothing.
Jeremy's on a no-fly list. Don't rub it in.
Pez and I scoot through security and enjoy the finer things of our airport. As
They just
Jeremy
have
and
to
Dylan-
travel with us. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But even so, you have to be on the A side because if you're on the B side, it's just the pits, man.
That's true.
It's
I'll
terrible.
tell you what the pit says. Getting full body searched every time he goes to the airport.
Why do you get full body search every time?
It's another story.
Look at
Chris.
him.
The physique, man. It's the physique.
Orlando is home to more than 100 lakes. Lake Eola in downtown Orlando is actually a giant sinkhole and is 80 feet at its deepest point.
Wow.
It's 80 feet. Holy moly. Why is it green? I'm still trying to figure out why Lake Eola is green.
It's a sinkhole.
Okay, but I've seen other sinkholes, and it's not this green color. It's like someone put
dye.
food coloring in it.
Yeah.
That's a question that we need to answer.
This makes no sense. The road Cimarron was named by putting the words Seminole and orange together.
Are you sure?
The internet said so.
Okay, but what site were you finding these on?
The internet.com.
Everything on the internet's true.
Okay, if you know if these are true or false, please.
You don't think that's true?
Cimarron.
I'm saying email us or
that's fair.
call us.
Only if they're false.
Only if they're false.
If they're true, let it ride. If you're not
Okay,
sure,
okay. If they're
let it
false,
ride.
tell us
If it's true, ride or die.
Disney fact: it would take a lifetime to stay in every hotel room if you spent one night in each room in Disney World. It'd take you 68 years.
Holy moly! And they're
That's
usually-
not true.
they're
It'd be
usually
69 after today because they keep building
They keep
hotels.
building more and more and more and more.
filmed. Wow.
That's a long stay.
Every room. 68 years.
Did you guys hear about the new hotel they're building? The Star Wars hotel? It's actually going to feel like you're in space in the hotel. Like in your room, your window will look out into space.
So it'll be pointed straight up.
Well, it's gonna look like you're in like one of those big spaceships where you go inside the spaceship in the hallway. I'm pretty sure this is how it works. But your room is facing outside into space.
I want Disney to build a hotel in space.
This won't be long.
Won't be long.
If Walt was still alive, I'm sure that'd be a reality.
It's already be done.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you're up.
All right. Another Disney World fact. And it's about the monorail, which, funny thing, well, not funny, but the door fell off the Lime monorail yesterday.
The door fell off?
The door fell off. Sometimes I forget it's a door, and I'll be talking to a friend, and I'll lean on those doors. The door actually fell off
You and like
yesterday.
6 million other people.
Yeah. All right. Since 1971, the Walt Disney World monorail trains have logged enough miles to make 30 round trips to the moon. Wow.
Fact.
How far is the moon? Like 57,000 miles or something like that. I can't remember.
No, it's way
But
further than
I-
that.
Where
I mean,
did
the
you get this from?
the internet.com. The circumference of the Earth is 26.
24.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing is twice that to the moon.
No, I think it's 250,000 miles. Something like that.
Hey, Siri, how many miles away is the moon?
The answer is about 251,134 miles.
251,134 miles. About.
Give or take.
Okay, this is interesting. Disney World employees are not allowed to point with one finger or tell a guest, I don't know. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that, but it makes sense.
So it's always
see them
two
with
fingers.
Yeah.
Because one finger can mean something vulgar in different cultures. But I like the fact that they can't say, I don't know.
Because that's insulting to my culture.
Mr. Disney's culture. But what we should do is go back and just ask ludicrous questions.
Yeah.
Because they have to answer them.
I wonder what they would say.
That's
we
like
could
saying...
call a Disney. We could call them right now.
Could they say, I mean, you could say no to a question. You just can't say, I don't know.
But if you're asking them to give, if you're saying, give me this information, they can't say no. Right? Because that's not a pleasurable experience.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's another Disney fact. American flags are required to be raised, lowered, and flown at half-mast due to regulations. As a result, each flag on Main Street, USA is missing a star and a stripe so it can be flown permanently.
Are you sure about this?
That's 1,000% fact.
That's too much percentages.
No, it's patriotic. That's a...
I got it from 1000%facts.com. All the facts.
Chris is just unsure about
Super
my facts.
The Beatles broke up at Disney World. Disney is the most magical place on earth unless you're a Beatles fan. In the winter of 1974, John Lennon was at Disney's Polynesian resort for a holiday vacation with his family. It was there on December 29th that he signed the document that ended the Beatles.
But all you need is love.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, I actually just fact-checked Jeremy on this one, and it looks to be true. They're not actually American flags.
They're
I mean,
Dis-
not that one. I'm still on the other one.
They're Disney flags.
I'm actually a 4-5 on the Enneagram, and a 5 is the investigator.
So you
this
have
kind
to
of stuff
investigate it.
bothers me. If it's not true,
But does this bother you? At Disney World, you're never more than 30 steps away from a trash can.
no, that's true. It's got to be true.
And they emptied the trash cans from underneath.
Do they?
Yes. In many of the locations. Not
you
all,
sure?
but in many of them.
Chris,
Okay,
Chris doesn't believe
Chris has
anybody.
become Mr. Doubtfire.
He didn't read the 800-page book, though.
listen. So there,
Like, that was not in the footnotes.
one of my favorite things about Disney back in the day, which I don't know why they got rid of this, but there used to be a trash can, an animatronic trash can in Tomorrowland. And when you would put a piece of trash in it, it would like come alive and start following you. So sometimes, as a kid, I would crack up because there'd be trash cans following people, and as soon as they turned back, it would stop. But it'd be like in the middle of the walkway.
I think you dreamed this, Chris.
No, it's
This
real.
sounds like a fever dream.
They got rid of it a few years ago. I was like, why would you get rid of something
Did you have
that
hay
cool?
fever?
I don't know if it's my turn.
It is.
Disney fact, it is estimated that 4% of all amateur photographs in the U.S. were taken inside a Disney park.
I
That's
could
kind
be
of
on that.
insane.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pictures.
Good grief.
I mean, think about it. We're locals, and we still take a bunch of pictures whenever we go to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you saved up for this trip for 10 years. You're going to take 2,000 photos.
Final fact. Disney World is the size of San Francisco or 2 Manhattans, fewer hipsters and cheaper rent. A third of its 40 square miles is designed as conservation land.
It's designed. Oh, okay.
So Disney
Designated.
World is the size of San Fran.
Yeah, it's actually huge. When you drive back in there, it's huge.
40 acres is not a lot.
40 square miles.
Oh, 40 square miles.
You're right, 40 acres isn't a lot. Remember when they used to give 40 square miles and a mule?
That is a lot of land.
There's a lot of land.
All right, so what's your takeaway from these facts? From the wizard hat?
That Chris has trust issues. That's my big takeaway.
My takeaway is Jeremy doesn't know how to back up his facts. But I still believe
If
a
you
lot
go
of his facts.
to www.theinternet.com, you will find all these facts and more to tickle your
1000% facts.gov.
On November 22nd, 1963, 3 important things happened. First, JFK was shot. Second, C.S. Lewis died. And third, there was a man circling in an airplane over the Central Florida region that was about to make a decision that would change the course of Orlando history forever.
Thank you for listening to Lost Magic. But don't be just a random listener. Random people are interesting, but we'd rather be friends. Connect with us on letslivealive.com to win giveaways all season long.
Lost Magic is a production of Live Alive. This episode is written by Jeremy Shirky, recorded at Central Florida Studios, edited by David Pizzoli, Tatiana Faria, and Jeremy Shirky. The executive producers are Ed Holtz and Steve Douglas, fact-checked by 1000percentfacts.com, with special thanks to, quite literally, the most instrumental person in Dylan's life, his 6th grade music teacher.